Hello everyone. Usually I start out my videos with a taste test. Today's going to be different because it's brought to you by ChatGPT. I've been looking for years. My mother passed away 10 years ago, and one of the favorite meals that the family loved that she made was goulash. And all I can remember for ingredients were that she used tomato soup and she used cream style corn. So try Googling that and trying to find something. Uh, you're never going to get those ingredients. So today I thought, geez, I have a login for ChatGPT. Let's ask it. Do you know any goulash recipes with tomato soup and cream style corn besides the macaroni and the meat? And it came back within seconds. So I'm going to show you how to make what ChatGPT recommended for my mom's goulash. Here's how we do it. Stand by and we're going to answer two key questions. Is it good? And how close is it to my mom's? Stay tuned. Okay, folks, so this is the ingredients that ChatGPT told me. I'm going to use lean ground beef. It just said ground beef, but I'm using lean. That way we don't have to worry about draining the fat. There won't be a lot from that. And whatever's left, we can use it as part of the stock. So look at the price of that, $8.72. I was going to get some at Walmart today, but their freezer section was gone. I suspect they lost power from the hurricane. We've got diced tomatoes, cream style corn, and tomato soup. So those were the two key ingredients that my mom used to use. And then we have here 2 garlic cloves are on the bottom, minced. And then we got 1 small onion. This is actually a medium onion because I like onion. And the pasta, every time we get a storm, everybody seems to stock up on macaroni for some reason. I couldn't find any elbow macaroni, so I'm using rotini. It's the closest thing that I could find without getting something that wasn't pasta. And then we've got, for spices, I've got in here 1 teaspoon of paprika and a half a teaspoon of chili powder. And then we're going to put a pinch of pepper in and a pinch of salt. So I'm going to get started frying this hamburger up and get that all ready. I'm going to open up these cans. Don't want to waste your time with all of that. And then we'll bring the camera over and show you how we cook it. Okay, folks, we have the pot heating up with some oil. This is actually a caldero, which is a Puerto Rican pot. This is my small one. I've also got a large one. It's a cast aluminum pan. You don't have to use that. It's just I happen to have a couple of these because I make a lot of Puerto Rican food. So I'm going to toss the hamburger in there. And then I'm just going to throw in a pinch of salt. I know it doesn't call for it, but it's always good to season your meat when you cook it. And we're going to get cooking that hamburger up. So first what we're going to do is we're going to cook the hamburger till it starts to cook, not fully cooked. So about 3 or 4 minutes, get it all crumbled up. And then we're going to add the onion and the garlic. So I'm going to stop the camera now, and then we'll bring you back, show you what the hamburger looks like when we toss the rest of the ingredients in. Okay, folks, so we're going to bring it up, show you what it looks like here, and then we're going to toss the onions and the garlic in, and then give those a cook. I got to scrape that garlic out for another 2 or 3 minutes till the onions start to turn translucent. Stand by. Okay, folks, so I've given that a stir. I'm going to turn that on low, and I'm actually going to cover that up and let that saute there for a few minutes till those onions. That's going to help them cook faster. Okay, folks, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes. Let's see how that looks. So one thing with these calderos is the handles get really hot. I'm just going to bring you in. See, these are starting to turn translucent now, which is good. And we've got another 20 minutes after we add all the other ingredients. But I'll just bring you in to have a look at what we're dealing with here. Boy, you can smell the garlic and the onions in that. It's looking really good. So what we're going to do now is put the rest of the ingredients in. So I'm going to dump the cream style corn. Excuse the noise. The diced tomatoes. tomato soup. Oh, all of that goodness. And then the spices. And then I'm just going to put a touch of pepper in here. Just a pinch. And we'll put the macaroni in. And let's stir all of that in. I know it's not macaroni, but so we'll give that a stir, make sure everything's incorporated. You want to make sure that the macaroni's all covered up, or the rotini. And then we want to get this so that it's coming to a bubble. We put cold ingredients in there. So what I'm going to do is just stir this all up. I'll show you what it looks like. I think this is going to be pretty close, folks. Oh, that smells good. Okay, let's have a look. Look at that. You can see the corn in there. There was something about that goulash with the cream style corn. It gave it a creamy flavor. And the tomato soup, it's milder. It's not as harsh as tomato sauce. And then you have the diced tomatoes. It's going to balance everything. So I'm going to let this, turn that heat up, let it start to bubble. Then once it does, I'm going to turn that down to low and let it cook for 20 minutes. So stand by and I'll let you see when it's done. Okay, folks, so I had it up on high, as I mentioned, and this is what I mean by bubble. So it just, you can hear it now starting to bubble. You can see it bubbling. So I've turned the heat down. I've got a gas stove. You can see I've got it set to low. I got to clean those knobs. But you can see there's not a lot of flame. So I'm just going to let that sit there for about 15 minutes. And the key, you know when it's done, is when the pasta is done. If you like it al dente and kind of hard, then do it sooner. So the key is check it, stir it every once in a while. And then when the pasta is ready to your liking, it's good to eat. I like it softer, so I'm going to let it go for about 20 minutes, but I'll be checking it. Okay, folks. It took 20 minutes. So I did taste one of the pasta noodles, or checked it at the 15-minute mark, and it wasn't quite done, but look, this is what it looks like here. Doesn't that look good? Obviously, that is too hot to eat. You should smell. I can tell you from a smell perspective, it smells like the goulash my mother used to make. It smells incredible. I'm going to let that cool down, dip it into a bowl, and then we're going to do a taste test. Stand by. Doesn't that look good, folks? A little bit of melted cheese, or a little bit of cheese on top to soften. That looks good, and it smells even better. Let's go for a taste. Okay, folks, here we are. We're going in. It's cooled off enough. Look at that. It's still warm, but from a smell perspective, it's bang on. This tastes almost exactly like my mom's goulash. It does, with the exception of the rotini noodles. But actually, I think that actually adds, because the macaroni would tend to melt. They would be so soft. This is incredible. I've been looking for this for years, years. I would go on Google, recipe, goulash with tomato soup and cream style corn. You would get one that would have the tomato soup in it, but not the cream style corn, and a bunch of other ingredients that didn't really belong there. I want another taste. This is it. So I copied and pasted the ingredients from ChatGPT, and I'll put that in the description. Uh, this is really good. Really good. It tastes like my mom's, and it's good. Um, please, if you like this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe. Hit that. There should be right in the bottom corner. You should see a subscribe button. Please click on that and watch. There'll be more recipes. I've also created playlists to categorize the recipes. So if you want to go in and have a look at healthy recipes, for example, Puerto Rican influenced recipes, Vitamix recipes, Instant Pot, air fryer, as I add more recipes, I'll keep applying them to the appropriate playlists. So again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Jamie, signing off.